I'm Naomi. Looking back now, I see a trail of decisions, small ones, big ones, that led me here. I grew up in a neighborhood where you learned to be tough, where survival sometimes blurred the lines between right and wrong. I'd always had ambition, dreamed of going places, but life had its own plans for me. After high school, things got hard. Finding steady work wasn't easy, and I was juggling jobs just to keep the lights on. I had people depending on me, especially my mom, who was sick. I started hanging out with people who promised quick money, easy fixes. At first, I kept my distance. I'd seen the destruction drugs could bring, seen it in people I cared about. But then one night, I was offered a job, an easy way to make a few $100s just by holding on to some things. I told myself it was harmless, but that one choice opened the door to others, and before I knew it, I was in deep. One night stands out, clear as day. I'd been asked to watch over a stash. It was just supposed to be a favor, something simple. But it wasn't long before that stash attracted the wrong attention. I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. I didn't know they'd come in like that, like a storm, like they'd been planning it all along. That night, when I heard those sirens, I felt a sinking, a finality I couldn't shake. When they handcuffed me, I felt my future slipping away. In that holding cell, I replayed every step, every decision that led me there. I wanted to scream, to tell them I wasn't that person. But I knew, deep down, I had made choices that put me on that path. There was no escaping it. The trial was another kind of prison. The prosecutors painted me as this hardened criminal, a danger to society. They didn't know about my mom, about the bills, about the ways I'd tried to get out but couldn't. They didn't see the fear I carried, the regret that had already taken root. It was all just words, evidence. They talked about what they found, not why I had gotten involved in the first place. When they read my sentence, I felt cold. I knew I was being held accountable, and a part of me accepted that. But another part of me felt trapped, cornered by circumstances I hadn't fully chosen. I wanted the world to know I was more than those mistakes. Now, behind bars, I've got time to think. Time to reflect on everything I did, everything I missed out on because of one bad decision after another. If I could go back and speak to my younger self, I'd tell her to hold on a little longer, that there are other ways, no matter how desperate things seem, because once you're in, it's almost impossible to get out. I want people out there, those who might be on the edge, to hear my story. I want them to know that every decision counts. I know it's not easy to choose the harder path when everything feels stacked against you. But take it from me, it's the one worth taking.